Hello everyone. Today we are diving into key performance indicators or KPIs, an essential tool that is metrics for assessing and improving the organizational performance. In this session, we are going to learn what are KPIs, the common KPIs in HR, how KPIs work in each layer of the organization, and the HR scorecard. By the end of this session, you will be able to define key performance indicators, that is KPIs, and explain their role in individual and organizational success. List at least 3 common types of KPIs used in HR, such as financial KPIs, employee satisfaction KPIs, and performance KPIs. Then demonstrate how to align KPIs with organizational strategic objectives using the HR scorecard framework. And calculate the KPI score for an individual using formulas, example, actual by target multiplied by 100. And finally, to interpret the final KPI score to make decisions related to performance, example, salary increments or promotions. What are KPIs? KPIs are measurable metrics that evaluate how well an organization or individual is achieving key objectives. Think of them as the milestones that help track progress towards strategic, financial, or operational goals. For instance, a company might track its net profit or customer satisfaction rates to measure success. KPIs are particularly valuable because they offer a clear picture of how well you are performing compared to the benchmarks or competitors. The KPI data is collected and evaluated against the predetermined targets. The outcomes of this evaluation are analyzed to assess the effectiveness of current systems or recent changes in achieving the department's or organization's objectives. This process helps management determine whether the existing systems are functioning as intended or if adjustments are needed to enhance the results and align with future goals. Let me take you through some of the common KPIs. Key performance indicators or KPIs assesses a company's success in comparison to predetermined targets, objectives, or industry benchmarks. A commonly used tool for evaluating a company's performance is the balanced scorecard. The components of balanced scorecard are categorized as the financial KPIs. These include matrices like net profit, net income or bottom line, revenue after deducting specific expenses, and the current ratio, which measures the liquidity and cash availability. The second is customer focused KPIs. These emphasizes such as customer efficiency, satisfaction, and retention. The process focused KPIs. These are designed to monitor and evaluate the organization's operational performance. And finally, the employee focused KPIs. These KPIs measure employee performance through tools like the Performance Management System or PMS. How KPIs work across the organizations? KPI implementation operates at 3 levels. First is the company-wide KPIs. These reflect the overall health of the business, such as profitability or market share. Second is departmental KPIs. These are more specific, like the sales growth in the marketing department or time to hire metrics in HR. The third one is team and individual KPIs. It is derived from the key result areas. These set measurable deliverables for employees. For example, an HR professional's KPI might include reducing the employee turnover by 10% within a year. This diagram talks about the hierarchical alignment, ensuring that individual goals contribute to the team, departmental, and ultimately to the organizational objectives. Now, as a quick reflection, can anyone tell me what are the components of the balanced scorecard used to evaluate the organizational performance? You may pause and respond. Yes, the balanced scorecard components are financial performance, customer satisfaction, business processes orientation, and employee-based growth and learning. Great job. HR KPI measurement tool, the practical tools and calculations. To make KPI actionable, we use tools like the HR Scorecard. Let's break it down. Each KPI is linked to a strategic goal. Each KPI is derived from a broader concept, that is KRA, which stands for Key Result Area. It is assigned a weight based on priority, ensuring total weights equals 100%. Targets are established using the historical data and future expectations. Actual performance is measured against these targets with scores calculated using simple formulas. So let's see how it works. Look at this. For the strategic objectives of creating a positive environment, the KPIs involved are ranking in best place to work annual survey conducted by Fortune magazine and the percentage of employee turnover to enhance internal customer or employee satisfaction. The KPI used is employee satisfaction index. To meet the objective of implementing talent management practices, the KPI needed are number of qualified talents per strategic positions, progress of talent development plan, that is actual versus the plan, and percentage of senior managers who have been promoted internally. Likewise, to optimize performance management system, the KPIs are average competency assessment scores, number of performance feedback sessions conducted per year. If the organization strategy is to develop the internal capabilities, the KPIs are percentage of employees who develop individual development plan, percentage of HR employees who fully execute their individual development plan. Now that you have an idea of how the KPIs are linked to the strategic objectives, let's now dig into a performance scorecard for the position of HR manager, which maps the KPIs to the KRAs, that is the key result areas, targets, weightages and the final scores. In this table, you can see the columns that explain the process of assessing performance. Let's talk about each column. The first column is identifying the KRAs that are core to a HR manager's job. KRAs are the key result areas. It's a strategic area that a company, team or employee must focus on to achieve its goals and competitive advantage. Learn how to distinguish KRA from KPI and goal and see examples of KRAs of different roles and organizations. Under each KRA, there can be multiple KPIs. You can say KPI is a subset of KRA. The second column describes the KPIs under each KRAs. The next comes assigning the weightages to each KPIs totaling up to 100. Targets are defined based on historical data and future expectations. Targets can be percentage, number or score depending on the type of KPIs. Next is the time to calculate the actual performance. It is the actual results or target achievements. We should develop reporting system to capture these results. To calculate the score, you can use the formula actual divided by target multiplied by 100 for KPI maximize, the higher the better, or target divided by actual multiplied by 100, that is KPI minimize, the lower the better. For example, average lead time to recruit employees is KPI minimize, performance score of new employees is KPI maximize. Training hours per employee divided by year is KPI maximize. Percentage difference in the rate of productivity before and after training is KPI maximize. Percentage of employees that fully execute their individual development plan is KPI maximize. Percentage of employees that participate in career development plan is KPI maximize. Percentage of employees that leave the organization in a given period of time is KPI minimize. Profit per employee is KPI maximize. And finally, to calculate the final score, the formula used is score multiplied by weight divided by 100. The final score is used to determine bonus calculations, salary increase, and promotions. The HR manager taken in the example has scored 95 out of 100. Looking at the score, it is interpreted that the HR manager is a very good performer and can be considered for increments or promotion or career progression. To wrap up, KPIs are indispensable for aligning day-to-day efforts with strategic goals. They provide clarity, focus, and measurable outcomes, enabling organizations to thrive in competitive environments. Remember, whether you are at the company, department, or individual level, KPIs are the compass guiding your success. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you will find this framework is useful to you in your driving performance improvement. Thank you.